Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. They'll run it here. This is James White trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
That's in game 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and short. And Dalton to throw. And it's caught. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Yeah, right there. 56. Here we go. 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Get in the weight room. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The numbers for Mixon last week, 21 carries, 73 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Passing, it's Dalton, and Eifert has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
1st down,
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. From the 29, Dalton. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Dalton now to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. This is caught. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 6-0 our score after 1.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. What up?
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll drop the throw. It's complete. James White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
50, plant. You got him. You got him.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Breaks a tackle. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
All day, baby. All day. We come
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. So Dalton now. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. 3rd down from the gun, Dalton. That's caught, it's Malone. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
First down, Cincinnati.
I got him.
On 1st down, Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Akers. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a 1st down. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Jet sweep, Boyd with it, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Dalton here from the gun. And that's complete. It's Green here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. That was on the veteran Cordy Glenn.
Let's go. Let's go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming.
At the 38-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I know you feel that.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
Intended for Noah Fant. Incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Dalton, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now Joe Mixon. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's complete to White. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. He'll find Lindsay here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here we go.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw here, Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From midfield here, Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
It's been a long day for you.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught by Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
90 Wolf. Ready? Switch. Ready.
Another run by Lindsey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still
No
yardage. Okay.
Well, as an offense, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess them there with the running play. They didn't fool them at all.
Went in the wrong direction. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete. James White. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
3-3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They'll drop to throw. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
1st down, here's White. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he gets it down to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
His size creates such a matchup problem down in the red zone. He lined up in the slot left, gave a little head fake, and worked his way open in the middle of the field.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Touchdown, Broncos. Michael Batchley lining up for the...
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Dalton here from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Dalton, and Eifert has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Andy Dalton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
He's scared.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Once again, they run with Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident up to...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Young quarterback, got to learn. Need to get rid of the football.
Because when you don't get rid of the ball, they accumulate more sacks. But you're exactly right. Internal clock has to go off. Either get rid of it or start to take off and go.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Hey, you got 3,
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Here we go.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to Mixon on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. On 2nd down, Anderson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Anderson. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Rodney Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. From the gun, Dalton. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
2nd and 6. Escapes, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's get it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsay. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
3 buzz. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Back to throw here. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now back to throw. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. He'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Adam Shaheen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They got to get to the 23 here on third. And they will take a knee here. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Get it.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Now, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Bengals, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our